growing out of the ground, the garden, at the back of the school,
I wanted to rip it out.
but I refused to give up on it. I didn't know what it was, but I wanted to save it. So I watered it every day, but even after a month of water, it still looked dead.
I just declared it dead and wanted out, but Javier really believed that it would live again.
After a few weeks, leaves started growing back on it. It was coming back to life. And after a few more months, we finally realized what it was. A grapevine. And not too long ago, it started flowering and growing grapes. We tell this story because we still have a second chance to change our community and flourish like the grapevine.
Good morning, Director, teachers and staff, fellow colleagues, and underclassmen. My name is Timothy Manifold,
And my name is Javier Cardenas.
and welcome to our senior talk,
Urban
Urban Gardens. We like to say our story of how we began our journey with Urban Gardens. Almost 2 years ago, when I was walking home from school, some of my friends at the Urban Life Farm saw me and invited me over to join them. It was an internship for farming that paid really well, so I did. What high school students wouldn't turn out money, right? I admit that at first, I did it simply for the money, but I came to really love the work that Urban Life does. The hard work we put into the farm and the result were rewarding. Seeing what we produce, the smile on people's faces, and the crew I worked with were really cool too. They were fun to work and interact with. No matter how hard or plain the work was, I enjoyed every moment working on the farm.
My interest in gardening started a bit before I entered urban life. I was in a program in the Elementary Institute of Science called Food Swamps to Greens. For those of you who may not know, a food swamp is a place that contains high calorie and mostly unhealthy foods in one spot. We live in a food swamp. If you go down the street, you'll see a taco shop, donut shop, and an ice cream shop. These are the reasons why we have a high rate of obesity. There isn't many healthy choices to pick from, so even if we wanted to change our lifestyle, it would be very difficult because of the circumstances we're put upon. Shortly after the 3-week summer program had ended, I joined Urban Life. Urban Life is an organization that gives high school students a paid internship opportunity. It was my first hands-on experience with working in a garden. Urban Life was great. Everyone was so welcoming and made you feel like at home. Through time, I saw the solution to the problem our community was in. You see, everyone always tells you that the solution to the problem is simple, but having to experience it firsthand, learning and taking action is something extraordinary and can change your community. This is why we decided to make a garden.
Now, we're going to talk to you about how to eat fresh. We know that eating healthy is a hard thing to do, especially in a community like ours, which is considered a food swamp. As Javier said earlier, a food swamp is basically an area that has an overabundance of unhealthy, high-calorie food over healthy food options. If you look at our community, for example, you will see multiple fast food restaurants in the same area, such as the McDonald's, Popeyes, Jack in the Box, and Burger King. If anyone has ever seen the movie Supersize, you'll know that eating only fast food will eventually make you sick. Supersize, for those of you who may not know, is about this guy who does this experiment by only eating fast food items for an entire month. Now, appetizing that may sound to some of you, it's so the worst thing to do to your body. The guy was in terrible condition. He gained a such an amount of weight, and he could no longer continue the month doing his experiment. This is why having access to organic food and gardening is important to our community and ourselves.
Did you know that based on recent research, out of 180 countries worldwide, America is the 27th most obese country in the world, with 66% of its population being obese? That is more than half. Obesity is the second most cause of prevention of death. And according to recent statistics, the economic cost of obesity worldwide is $2 trillion. Now, you may not see this problem much around in California, but in other states, it is severe. When you cut the United States into parts, you can see where the problem lies. The darker states have the highest incidences.
Because of this, we have a high rate of type 2 diabetes with 29 million people in total in the United States. 208,000 people under the age of 20 were diagnosed in 2012. The total cost to the American economy were approximately $245 billion. In addition to diabetes, there are many other health issues that are complicated by obesity, as you can see from this image. Some of the health complications include coronary heart disease, cancer, hypertension, and pulmonary disease, just to name a few. This is a serious problem that has grown over time, and we must find a solution for it. And we have. Adwan Finley, a well-known gorilla gardener in South Central LA, said in a recent TED Talk, "Food is the problem, but it is also the solution."
Did you also know that large farms use an excess amount of artificial fertilizer in their fields? This may sound good, but it is having a negative effect on the environment. Rain causes fertilizer runoff that runs down into lakes, bays, rivers, and the ocean. The image you are seeing is a result of an algae bloom that was caused by farm fertilizer runoff over town. Algae bloom occurs when nutrients, mainly phosphorus, nitrogen, and carbon, from fertilizer sources such as lawns and farmlands flow downriver into the sea and overfeeds the algae that exists normally in the environment. The overabundance of algae severely deplete oxygen level, creating a mass die-off of life. Perhaps the most well-known dead zone occurs here in the United States Gulf of Mexico, where the Mississippi River and all of its Midwest farm runoffs flow downriver into the sea, creating an 8,000-mile dead zone. Pretty gross, huh?
Yep, downright disgusting. When we found out about food swamp, dead zone, and obesity caused by unhealthy eating habits, we became passionate about spreading the word about urban gardening. My passion, along with Javier, led us to create an urban garden of our own here at GPA. The spot we chose was an abandoned plot in the northwest corner of our school, located past the bungalows. Where urban farming in the area, we can grow our own fresh, healthy produce and harvest it fresh out of the ground to eat that very same day. For the past 5 months, we have been working on our garden producing produce such as potatoes, carrots, and more, along with some flowers as well.
We went through so many hardships to make this garden a success. There were the squirrels who kept eating everything we planted.
Those darn squirrels. And then there was spring vacation where we couldn't water the garden for an entire week. And unfortunately, because of that, all the tomatoes died.
Then there was the 4 straight days of severe rain and wind that teared apart the greenhouse. It even knocked down the tree in my front yard.
The carrots planted a few days prior also got blown away by the rain. But despite everything that went wrong, we never gave up on our garden.
As you can see from the images, we are teaching those who are younger than us and hope that they'll adopt a healthier lifestyle and teach others to do the same as well. We want the kids to know how to grow their very own produce at home. We want to encourage the students to live a healthier lifestyle by teaching them these simple skills that can go a long way. By encouraging them to start gardening, it may also encourage them to eat what they have grown, which is healthy organic produce that is free. And we also hope that they'll share their awareness and newfound love of gardening with their families and friends too, so healthy eating can become a family affair. With the problem that America is facing today, with more and more children who are becoming obese, it is important to consume healthier meals. This will do just that. Now please, let's take some time and see what our community thinks about gardens.
My name is Amanda and I work with Urban Life and Urban Life Farms here in Southeast.
How do gardens affect the community?
I think that gardens can benefit a community because they provide beautiful spaces where things are growing, so it can help beautify the neighborhood. Ideally, if your garden does well, then you can provide fruits and vegetables for yourself as a person growing the food, or for people in the neighborhood that you can share it with. Especially in an urban area, gardens can help attract beneficial insects, birds, pollinators like bees, which in turn help plants and trees produce better fruit. It's also just really a good activity and a positive activity to participate in.
Gardens at home.
I think that people should try to have gardens at home because it can allow them to participate in the process of seeing something grow. A lot of us nowadays are alienated from our food and where our food comes from, and I think that we could really get back to understanding how we're fed if we grow food at home. Also, the agricultural system and the food system that's dominant in this country does not respect people's rights, both to healthy food or safe work environments. So the more that we can grow our own food, the better, I think, for everybody.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Elliott, and I'm the AP Biology teacher here at Mount First Preparatory Academy.
How do gardens affect the community?
Gardens give different people in the community a different option of where they can get their food, where they can eat healthy, and they can choose to have their own organic gardens and better options.
Why should people have gardens at home?
Because it'll actually help them save money, because they'll be able to provide for their families in a more cost-efficient way. And if they choose to, they can then choose to have a garden to sell their crops and be able to make money that way too.
Thank you.
We know that our garden will have a lasting impact on our underclassmen. Both Javier and I are confident in leaving the garden to the younger generation of Eagles. Let us share a few words from those we plan to leave the garden to.
Fernando Perez. The garden inspired my passion for gardening. This experience made me gain skills of how to improve our community by doing something as simple as gardening. I am very excited to take over the garden in the Oregon.
Jennifer Florence. Javier and Timothy Garden inspired me because it took a lot of work and dedication to be able to grow life. It showed me that when you put hard work, you can make anything possible. I believe that our community can grow more connected with this amazing garden. I can't wait to see how beautiful this garden is going to grow in the upcoming year.
Now, we're going to teach you how to start your very own garden and get into the path of healthy eating. First, you want to find a plot of soil that gets plenty of sun. It doesn't have to be a large plot though. All you really need are the 3 L's. Land, to work with, labor, to putting in a hard days of work, and love. If you don't love what you do, you're not going to get anywhere with it.
Now, San Diego doesn't have very good natural growing soil, so you definitely want to mix in some potting soil along with the natural dirt. You can get some potting soil at your local Home Depot and mix it into the ground to make it more suitable for growing.
Next, plant whatever you want to have growing in your garden, but make sure you are planting for the right season.
Water at least once a day throughout the whole week, depending on what crops you want to grow. But you also don't want to overwater it well, because that will drown the plant. Then, maintain and watch your very own food grow.
By creating your own garden, you're on your own journey to a healthier lifestyle and a longer life.
Thank you. This concludes our senior talk.